In this video, we're going to start looking at right triangle trig, and particularly we're going to start setting up ratios. Now, trigonometry sounds really crazy, but I promise you, what we're doing today is very simple and you should be very good at this and get a great grade on the assignment. All right, so here's what we're going to do. When we're dealing with triangles, particularly in trigonometry, we can label the sides three different things. Opposite stands for O, hypotenuse stands for H, or H stands for hypotenuse, and A stands for adjacent. Now, all we're doing today is labeling sides. You just have to tell which one is H, which one is O, and which one is A. And I'm going to show you how to do that so you get it right every single time. So the first thing you want to do is you want to label your H side. Now remember, the hypotenuse is opposite the 90 degrees. So the way we tell what our hypotenuse is we take this little box, this box means 90 degrees, and we go opposite, and that gets us our H value. All right? The second thing we want to do is we want to figure out which angle we're talking about. Now, the angle we're talking about is going to have something in it. It might be a 33 degrees or an X or like a funky looking symbol, or maybe we'll say angle C. And so what we're going to do is we're going to circle the angle we're talking about. Remember, angles, they come together. It's on the inside of the triangle. The sides are on the outside. Okay, so that's the angle. I'm going to circle it, and then I'm going to go opposite the angle, and that's going to be my O side. And then the last side will be my A side. That's it. That's what we're doing for problems, okay? So let's walk through maybe two more of these, and we'll call it a day. So first thing we're going to do, let's do three. All right, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to find our H side. Opposite the 90, that's H. Look, here's my value. I'm going to go opposite, so that's my O side. And then the one left over is my A side. Now notice that H, O, and A are at the middle of the sides, okay? They're not like on the corners or anything. They're at the middle. Let's try another set with a triangle in a different shape. Go opposite my 90. That's going to be my H side. Go opposite, there's my 73. That's the angle we're talking about. It's my O side. And then my I side, that's going to be A. H, O, and A. All right, let's look at one last one here. Now notice what we have going on in the corner here. This weird little symbol right here, that's called theta. Sometimes we see it, especially when we're dealing with trigonometry. Don't worry, it works just like an X or a Y. It's just another variable, okay? So if you see that, don't like freak out and be like, oh, what is that, okay? It's okay. It's just like a variable, okay? So let's go ahead and do this again. Now be careful when you're doing the H. Some people like to think, well, the H side is like the slanty side or something like that. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So you can't go off of that. Every single time, we're just going to go opposite the 90, and that will make sure we get to the H every time. We go opposite. Here's the angle I'm talking about. I'm going to go opposite, and that's going to be my O side, and that's going to be my A side. So hopefully this is helpful. You should be able, we got a worksheet, so you should label your O, H, and A sides and check it out, and then it will grade to see how well you did, so that way you can check and see how you're doing. So this wraps up our first lesson in trig on labeling sides.